Welcome to Voices in Action. Bienvenido a Voces en Acción. Este es un special segment, un segmento especial que vamos a estar dando hoy día. Recuerden, nuestros horarios regulares los lunes a las 2 de la tarde, ¿ok? Y abajo, hagan clic y suscríbanse en nuestro programa para poder ver todos los programas que hemos sacado al aire. Es más, les pido también su apoyo en donaciones y en patrocinios. I ask for your support. With donations and sponsorship, please hit like and subscribe so you can see us on our next editions. Have a good day. Thank you again for having us today. We're here with Mr. Howard Wood. He's running for council position number 4 of the city of Conroe, and we're having a short interview with him to make you guys aware of his platform and all the things that he has in mind. We want to know who's Mr. Wood and how he has been working for a community for a long time as well. Hoy estamos, como les dije nuevamente, un show especial. Estamos con el señor Howard Wood. Él está corriendo para la posición 4 como concejal de la ciudad de Conroe y ha tenido el honor de invitarlo hoy para que venga a hablar con nosotros acerca de su plataforma y que ustedes puedan entender un poco más acerca de las decisiones que ustedes tienen que tomar para elegir a esa posición, a qué candidato pueden elegir. Thank you, Mr. Wood, for having us today. This is your show, and I'm really excited about having you here.
Yeah. Thank you for having me here. Again, I knew we were trying to get together for a bit, and our schedules were a little bit crazy, so thank you for working with me, and thank you for having me here.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. First of all, I'm going to start with like all the candidates, and I'm sorry today is because of the heat. I don't know. I'm sweating all over the place.
Yeah, it's a little warm in here, huh?
Who is Mr. Howard Wood?
Excellent.
And that's something that, catch my attention. I want to know you deeply, your soul, whatever you want to give out, everything that has place in your platform, because I've been reading it, everything that you've been trying to do. If we can, in a couple of words, give it to us so we can give it to the Hispanic community and they will be able to understand and kind of know you more.
Sure. No, I appreciate that opportunity. And, first and foremost, I'm a devout Christian. I have 3 beautiful, strong, and determined little daughters, and they're not so little now. They're 13, 12, and 5.
Oh, okay.
I swear they were 2 and 3 yesterday, right?
Dice que primero que todo es un hombre, y le pregunté que queríamos conocer un poquito acerca de él, de su vida, de cómo es él. Y me dice que es un hombre devoto a su familia. Tiene 3 hijas, una de 13, una 13, 5, and what?
13, 12, and
12.
5.
Una de 12, una de 5 y una de 13. Okay, están en esas edades. Dice que son bien fuertes, muchachas fuertes de carácter, pero que son buenas muchachas. Sir, that's cool. Yeah, I imagine your wife is having a ball.
We're busy. Yeah, with campaign season, she's doing both jobs. So she's pretty busy right now too. But we've been married for 14 years. Lived here in Conroe most of it. We did live in Scotland for a little bit of time, and then moved back here because it's much warmer.
Okay. Good, that's good. You need to come back to Texas.
That's right.
Dice que tiene 14 años casado con su esposa. Han vivido aquí en Texas todo el tiempo en el área de Conroe, pero dice que estuvo un tiempo en Escocia. Dice que se vieron corriendo lo más pronto posible porque ahí estaba muy frío. Le digo que sí, que Texas es mejor estar en Texas. So you're native from Texas too as well?
From Texas my whole life. My wife graduated from Conroe High School
in
High School, 2000.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. And I'm from Central Texas originally, but I've been in oil and gas and in the drilling world for 17 years.
Okay.
And all roads lead to Houston and oil and gas.
Okay. Dice que ha trabajado todo el tiempo con lo que se llama las petroleras. Eso es lo que hace él. La esposa se graduó de Conroe High. Estamos viviendo todo el tiempo aquí. Él nació aquí también. Y ese es su parte de él como profesional en la parte de petróleo. Sir, your position is based on a lot of things, basically, because you guys are doing budgeting, you guys are in charge of all the taxes, you guys are in charge of all the movement of money back and forth from Conroe, and Conroe is growing. If you get elected, what are your plans?
There's a lot of plans. Number one, we have to keep cost and the quality of life in Conroe. We have to keep it affordable for our citizens.
Okay, la primera pregunta que le hice. Él está en una posición donde va a administrar un montón de dinero, un montón de budgets, o sea, de planillas, de pagos, de ingresos, todo lo que nosotros pagamos de impuestos, ellos lo van a administrar. Entonces le digo que cuáles son sus planes para su campaña. Y me dice que primero que todo, está viendo todas las necesidades de lo que se tiene que administrar para que sea administrado correctamente en el Estado. Go ahead, sir.
No, we got to keep a good quality of life. Need to have the ability to buy our groceries, get our fuel, not be burdened with high water rates, tax rates.
Mantener una calidad de vida segura para todos los que vivimos en el área de Montgomery, en el área de Conroe, donde no tengamos que preocuparnos por las alzas de los impuestos, alza del gas, alza de la comida. Eso no lo quiere él. Go ahead, sir.
No. The other thing I want to work on very hard is good transparency here at City Hall, so that our business practices are open and transparent. Because you own the City Hall, I own the city, we own the City Hall. We should be communicating with our constituents, with our citizens, what we're doing and the progression that we're taking the city.
Dice que la otra cosa que quiere que haya transparencia en todo lo que se entra y sale de lo que es el municipio. Nosotros somos nosotros somos dueños del municipio. Nosotros pagamos los impuestos. Ellos tienen que darnos a nosotros como elegidos gobernantes las respuestas a nuestras inquietudes, las necesidades, cubrirlas y ayudarnos completamente en todo lo que son las cosas de esa parte del municipio. Go ahead, sir.
And so I did 8 years in the United States Marine Corps. A lot of the people in my group, a lot of my fellow Marines were not citizens yet. They were working on it. We had Dominican, Puerto Rican, we had Peruvian, we had Mexico, we had several non-citizens yet. They were working on it, and they were willing to defend our country and fight just like anyone else.
Dice que lo que se dio cuenta que él tuvo 8 años trabajando con la Marina de los Estados Unidos. Thank you for your service, sir.
No, I appreciate
Gracias
it.
por
Thank
su
you.
servicio. Le digo a él que me dice que lo que él ve que en ese tiempo conoció a muchas personas que estaban trabajando con él, que éramos de puertorriqueños, dominicanos, peruanos, toda clase de mexicanos que estaban trabajando con él, que no eran ciudadanos americanos, pero eran residentes y que estaban trabajando como Marines y que estaban dispuestos a levantar la bandera y pelear por este país. Y eso lo agradece. Go ahead, sir.
No, so we have to make our country, our city, our state, our county better for everybody. You know, I was speaking with Marlene Tejada a week ago, and one of my visions, one thing I want to do is improve and possibly have the city hold classes for financial understanding.
Okay. Dice que habló hace unos días con la señora Marlene Tejada. Dios la bendiga. Muy buena señora. I love that lady. She's amazing.
Absolutely.
Miss Marlene Tejada y él están tratando de ver cómo se hace y se implementa unas clases, unas sesiones para el grupo de nosotros aquí hispanos que queremos tomarla para aprender cómo hacer, cómo trabajar nuestras finanzas, cómo ayudar en crecer nuestras finanzas, cómo educarnos financieramente, que esa es una cosa que nuestra comunidad le falta mucho. Yeah, I'm telling them that's true. Yeah, we need more
Yes,
of those classes, and those are very good.
Well,
we need those.
Financial literacy, absolutely. English as a second language or English classes. You know, the Oscar Johnson Center is a very important community center here, and the services that they provide for the kids there are absolutely important. So we have to make sure that the program continues forward and it helps the community.
Okay, dice que tenemos el Centro Oscar Johnson. El Centro Oscar Johnson tiene la facilidad para poder recibirnos y que podamos utilizar ahí para poder utilizar los recursos de la ciudad y que las personas vayan a aprender inglés como segunda lengua, vayan a aprender financiamiento, vayan a hacer sus carreras, lo que tengan que estudiar, lo que quieran, tengan la oportunidad de poder acceso a esos estudios y podernos educar, que es parte de lo que tenemos que hacer definitivamente. Definitely, that's what we're looking for.
Okay.
So basically,
Yes, ma'am.
I think, something that I always see, and I'm so sorry, you know more than I do, the budget in the city probably is allocating already money for the Oscar Center, am I right? Oscar Johnson Center to the reconstruction.
Yes,
so that
ma'am.
means they're going to be allowing the citizens to go in and do reserve rooms to teach classes and things like that. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Exactly.
And we can do more. We can help in every possible way. There's some grants, some additional funding that we can try to work hard and seek and just bring more financial
Revenue.
capability there so that we can have these classes. We
Ok,
know how important they are.
definitivamente dice que eso es lo que le pregunté, que creo que en los budgets de toda la ciudad hay para recursos para poder tener centros de capacitación. El Oscar Johnson Center tiene la capacitación, se está reconstruyendo ahorita mismo y podemos tener el acceso nosotros de ir a rentar un cuarto para poder clases y ayudar a la gente. Eso es lo que dice, que definitivamente también dice que está tratando de ver si puede conseguir, ver cómo hacer, si él llega a ser elegido, para conseguir más becas, más préstamos, no préstamos, sino más becas federales, donde se entran y se hace subsidio, cosas que nos beneficien en lo que se llama educación per se. Thank you so much, sir. That will solve a lot of our issues too.
Good.
Sir, and the other thing I am very, it touches a lot to me, people and to many of our listeners. As humans, we have kids, some other families that are going through struggles,
Yes,
drug addictions, or their illness, mental illness, or things like that. Is there budgets too that are allocated for assistance in this matter for people? Do you know by any chance? Because I know you're just trying to get in, but I imagine you have studied a little bit of the position itself that you're getting in, so you'll know.
Yes, ma'am. So there are services out there, Tri-County, et cetera, within our community. But you're absolutely right. Addiction, et cetera, is an issue. And since I become more in the public eye, I've had a lot of our citizens approach and say, hey, we have to do something. I do not, to be absolutely clear, I do not have the answer now, but it's been a very serious topic that our citizens want addressed. So therefore it becomes my concern.
Exactly,
And
exactly.
I have to work hard for that, and I have to work with the city council and many of our department heads, because that's what our citizens want.
Exactly.
Yes, ma'am.
Dice que le pregunté porque nosotros como padres todos tenemos la capacidad de a veces tener problemas en casa, niños con adicciones, niños con problemas de mentales, niños con todo tipo de problemas. Que si en el budget de la ciudad hay tipo de asistencia, me dice que sí, la hay para Tri-County, pero ahorita mismo él dice que tiene que entrar automáticamente antes y averiguar realmente los fondos donde salen y todo. Él no la sabe específicamente, pero siempre la gente le ha preguntado sobre este tipo de preguntas y todos los problemas que la comunidad, que le preguntan a él, la comunidad automáticamente él los toma personal. Para él son sus problemas también. Así que él va a estar trabajando con la comunidad para hacer esto accesible. The other thing that I have seen, senior citizens with issues of transportation to their doctors, or we're gonna, and I know you guys have a shuttle that goes around, but there's not they were talking about, somebody told me the other day, and they knock on my doors, they've been calling and saying, Jenny, do you know anything about senior citizen shuttle bus that will take them to the medical appointments, like, in Metro, in Houston, in the other communities they do have, but not in this area. Is that something that you see further down the road by any chance?
So with our current Conroe connection, our transit bus system, I was speaking with one of the representatives the other day, and funding is going very well. They're self-funded, they're doing well. But again, I'm one of those types of people. We can always do more.
Exactly.
I don't have the answers all the time, but we have to work towards those answers, and we have to find the answers. If that's a strong need that we need to provide more of a transit system, then we got to work with our department heads, reach out and look at grant funding, look at other avenues where we can find those funds. And if that's what it takes to take care of our citizens, that's my job as an elected official to do.
Ok, básicamente lo dice nuevamente. Le pregunté sobre los fondos para transportación para ancianos. Nuestros ancianos tienen que ir a sus citas médicas y muchas veces no tienen cómo llegar, no tienen cómo, los buses no llegan acá. Así que eso es lo que le pregunté y me dice que sí ve que el sistema de tránsito de Conroe ahorita mismo tiene un pequeño shuttle, pero realmente no da los servicios per se para personas que están discapacitadas o adultos, ¿verdad? Pero dice que eso hay un fondo que se tiene que estudiar, se tiene que evaluar. Él como consejero, si ustedes lo eligen, tiene que tomar la decisión y ver las cosas, dónde van a van a aplicarse y cómo puede darse crecer esos fondos para que se haga una posibilidad de tener un bus o buses que recojan a nuestros señores, a nuestros ciudadanos y nos ayuden para que ellos puedan ir a sus citas, para que tengan ese servicio. Sir, I know you guys are very well involved to another thing in the military part of it, or
Yes,
veterans. Or veterans have a beautiful wall, and I'm honored to see it every time I go by myself.
No, I
and
appreciate that.
And then I know that they're talking about construction it further down and getting more funds, and I know that it's being funded. Are you guys? Do you guys do that part of the budget as well, or no? That's something that is separate.
No, great question. So I've been director of public relations with the Veterans Memorial Park a little over a year and a half now, and which seems so much longer than that because when I joined the team, we were looking for funds pretty hard. We too had budgets to meet. We're a 501c.
Exactly.
We worked very hard. We identified and we worked with our elected officials from the state, Representative Will Metcalf. We identified some funds and we put together a plan and a strategy of how we could utilize those funds, and we were able to secure it. So we went out and found the money at no cost to our citizens. We're going to build a bigger, stronger park. This will be an education center to teach our children and our youth. Cool. It's also going to be a conference center so that we can open this up to the public for different types of conferences, medium-sized conferences. But we want to make sure that we educate the youth. We honor our military veterans from all cultures. And the other thing that I'm really stoked about, in times of hardship like Hurricane Harvey,
exactly,
this building has now been included with a backup generator, its own water storage. We can use this to house some of the
veterans.
People come to help us, people who've been displaced from their homes. We can use it for food distribution, water distribution, equipment storage from emergency response crews. This is not just going to be an education and visitor center, but it'll also be a emergency response center that serves our community.
Shelter, like a type of shelter.
Yes, ma'am.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Okay, dice que él es director de la parte pública de la mesa de veteranos, de los que son los representantes de veteranos aquí en el condado, en el área de Conroe. Afuera, como se leo yo, afuera tenemos una pared. Está el parquecito, si usted lo ven cuando viene en la 45, ven el parquecito con las banderas. Ese parque de banderas es dedicado, ese es lo que le llaman el Veterans Memorial Park. Y ahí la gente va a ver los nombres de todas las personas que han muerto, que han vivido en el área de Conroe o en el área de Texas y que han muerto, que han trabajado para alguno de las milicias de los Estados Unidos y han dado su vida. Se ha dedicado ese centro completamente y se ha expandido. Está expandiéndose más, van a construir un centro recreativo. El centro recreativo va a servir no solamente para poder ayudar a las personas, para educar a los jóvenes, para que los jóvenes vayan allá y se eduquen sobre los quienes dieron la vida por nosotros y cómo nos mantienen libres, los que han peleado por la libertad de este país. Y encima de eso, va a servir también como shelter, que en caso de que haya un tipo de emergencia a nivel del área de Conroe o el otro, sirva como shelter, donde se pueda distribuir comida, puedan ayudarse a guardar a personas que están en riesgo, que han tenido que salir de sus casas por inundaciones o por tornados o por lo que haga. Se hizo un generador que se está construyendo, que está en la parte de abajo, que le llama, es una planta generadora adicional para en caso tal de que se vaya la luz, provea luz y pueda mantener la comida y pueda mantener las personas que estén adentro. Eso es lo que se está haciendo en estos momentos. El budget de la ciudad está alocado para eso, se ha dado los grants y automáticamente él trabaja en esa parte. Como parte de su trabajo, él también está dedicado a eso. So you're a small business owner. So I was going to ask you how you do this. Porque él, además de que trabaja con los veteranos, que va a trabajar con el condado, si lo es elegido por ustedes, con la ciudad, perdón, y ahorita también él es dueño de su propio negocio. How do you do so much?
I can't tell you all my secrets. No, we luckily we have a small business here in Conroe. I'm still in oil and gas drilling. We're part of the nonprofit, the Veterans Memorial Group, and then we're still we keep God centered in our family, and we raise our kids that way. Luckily, the whole secret is I don't sleep a lot.
Dice, le pregunto de cómo lo hace, porque con tantas cosas, dice que él tiene su pequeño negocio con su familia, él trabaja todavía en el área de petróleo, automáticamente eso lo hace además de estar trabajando con la ciudad en los proyectos de los veteranos, también quiere participar en el consejero. Dice que lo único que le puede decir a ustedes ahorita mismo como secreto es que él no duerme. Le digo, "Bueno, duerme muy poco. We all sleep a little bit, sir, in this
Just a
type of
little
job.
bit,
But, we got the energy from our service."
That's right. I believe in what we're doing. We believe in what we're doing, and we believe that God put us here to give to others. This is my chance to give back. Like I said, I've served the America as a U.S. Marine. I'm an Eagle Scout. I've served the community. In fact, this June is 25 years since I earned my Eagle Scout. God has put me here to be a servant. It's why we do it.
Dice que lo que le gusta y le fascina es que él lo pusieron en el servicio. Él es un Eagle Scout, o sea, un Scout de Eagles, o como le llamarían. El Eagle es la, ¿cómo se llama? El ave de aquí, de los Estados Unidos, la más grande. Y él es un Scout de esos son condecoraciones que le dan en el Marines. Y él tiene 25 años de haberse condecorado con esa posición. Y él dice que esa parte de él es el servicio. Eso se dedica a las personas que han hecho servicio. El servicio para él lo es todo. Y dice que realmente no necesita dormir, que básicamente el servicio lo tiene de nacimiento, eso se lo da Dios y Dios lo guía para poder tener la energía para seguir sirviéndole a la comunidad y a la ciudad y al país, que eso es esa es su manera de vivir. Sir, I really appreciate.
Well, before we end, you've been out to the Veterans Memorial Park several times.
Yes,
I've seen you there.
Working.
That's right. I just wanted to pass you our challenge coin and say thank you because you always support us and we support those who help us as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
It is an honor, sir. Like I told you, my grandfather was a veteran, and
Yes, ma'am.
and I am enjoying it. He's resting. Of course, he was with the in the First World War.
Okay.
With the Britain. Part of the British
Yes, ma'am.
Army,
Okay.
but he was an ally. So I was wondering if you guys were going to have a wall with the allies, because you need to build that section for
Yeah.
those too, because there are people that fought. He was born and raised in Grenada. And thank you so much. It's an honor. Él me acaba de entregar un coin de servicio de parte de gracias de los militares, porque siempre he estado en esa área con ellos. He estado tratando de propagar la palabra. Le digo que mi abuelo era veterano de guerra de la Primera Guerra Mundial y, claro, él peleó con el lado de los aliados de Gran Bretaña, pero es un honor para mí recibir esto para mi familia y guardarlo. It's an honor receiving it, sir. Thank you so
It's
much.
an honor.
And I'm going to keep it really close. I'm going to make sure we're here to serve the community.
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody, no matter what language you speak. Voces en Acción and Lone Star Community Radio.
Yes, ma'am.
If it wasn't for Lone Star Community Radio, I wouldn't be here.
Absolutely.
My job is to serve. My job is to advise the community what's going on. Thank you for listening. Go and vote. Mr.
you very
Howard
much.
Wood, your last words for the Hispanic community before we close?
Just thank you so much for your consideration. You have my word. I will work hard for you day and night. That's what I do. And I agree with you. We're a city of many cultures. We're here together.
Yeah, exactly. Es lo que dice el señor, que básicamente él está aquí, tiene su palabra. Señor Howard Hood está decidido a luchar por los beneficios de nuestra comunidad. Por favor, vayan a votar el día 7 de mayo. Nuevamente se les repite, 7 de mayo es las elecciones del 25 de abril al 2 de mayo están abiertas, tempranas, para que vayan a votar. No hay excusa. Si usted no vota, no se queje. If you guys don't vote, don't get mad, okay? If you're not making the choice to vote, don't get mad. Go and vote. That's a right that you guys got because of people like our veterans that die for us, for freedom. Voting is not for free. I keep saying that. You guys got to go over there and vote and make your work counted. If you guys don't do it, then there's no way of complaining later on. Open days of voting is the 25th. From April 25th all the way to May the 1st, 2nd, and then after that on the 7th. You guys are able to go to any precinct before, but on May 7th, you need to go to your own precinct. That's the only difference. Please make your choice. I have presented you Voices en Acción, and Lone Star Community Radio has presented you directly every single type of candidate in regards to the midterm elections, and we're here to assist you making the right choice. Read the platforms, look for Mr. Wood. He's online. You can go to Howard Wood for Conroe, and it will pull out everything. You can go in my website, and you'll see his information, and automatically you're able to contact him as well. Have a good day. Gracias nuevamente. Que pasen un buen día. Voces en Acción, la verdad en acción. Thank you.